We've all been there, the dreaded awkward silence that creeps in during a conversation with a woman you're trying to impress. You want to keep her engaged, make her laugh, and leave a lasting impression. But suddenly, your mind goes blank. What do you say next? How do you keep the conversation flowing without seeming forced or awkward? You know, every young woman wants to talk to an interesting guy. So, how do you approach a younger woman in a way that's both effective and respectful? We have 5 ways to start a conversation and 6 ways to keep it going that are not only practical but also backed by psychological insights. By learning how to spark curiosity, create emotional connections, and use conversation as a tool to build rapport, you'll never find yourself at a loss for words again. You're going to want to stick around for all 3 of these because the very third one is my favorite. Ready to elevate your conversations? Let's get started. First, you need to thoroughly prepare the mindset you'll bring. Preparation. First off, it's important to remember that confidence is key. In this context, it means that the best way to counteract any negative stereotypes about older men is to be confident, genuine, and respectful. Women of all ages appreciate these qualities and they can make a significant difference in your interactions. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Fear of rejection. It's something every man has faced at some point, regardless of age. Rejection can sting, but it's not the end of the world. In fact, it's a valuable learning experience. Every time you step out of your comfort zone and start a conversation, you build resilience. Think of it as a muscle that gets stronger with use. Another important aspect to keep in mind is the concept of genuine interest. Younger women, like anyone else, can sense when someone is being authentic or just putting on a facade. Show real curiosity about who they are and what they're interested in. This doesn't mean you have to feign interest in everything they talk about, but finding common ground can be a great starting point. And an introduction always needs to be gentle and considerate. There's something called perfect timing, or the golden moment, the ideal time to do something. She definitely doesn't want to be approached by a guy while she's eating a pastry or in a bad mood. That's your first challenge. Observe her for a bit to make sure everything is going well and she's in a comfortable mood. Don't expect to arrive like a sudden rain in 40-degree heat. That's a high-risk choice, my friend. Be a refreshing breeze in the autumn weather, gentle and pleasant. This is a safer approach and will make her remember you for quite a while. That's just mental preparation. Now let's dive into some specific ways to impressively start a conversation with a young woman. If you're ready, comment below "I'm ready" to start exploring the psychology of young women right away. Strategy 1. The Doppelganger Girlfriend Opener. This opener uses the principle of pre-selection. Women are drawn to men who seem appealing to other women. Upon seeing a woman you're interested in, approach her confidently and say, "Hey, you with the red jacket. I was just on my way to grab a coffee when I noticed you. You look remarkably like someone I used to date, about the same age too. For a second, I thought you were her. I just had to come and say hello." This works because it's an indirect compliment suggesting a past significant connection. It subtly indicates experience with women her age, easing age gap concerns. It also uses social proof, implying desirability. Confident delivery is crucial. Stand tall, make eye contact, and smile. Follow up smoothly. You've got this unique vibe that's really intriguing. By the way, what's your name? This starts the conversation naturally. This opener demonstrates experience with similar women, normalizing the age difference and suggesting pre-selection. Effective delivery is key. Nervousness, rapid speech, or avoiding eye contact will undermine the message. Confidence is essential. Practice makes perfect. Don't be discouraged by setbacks. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Strategy 2. The Bold Confidence Approach. This approach uses audacious confidence. If a woman has been looking your way, approach her with assertive charm. "I noticed you looking my way a few times. I have to ask, what's got you so intrigued?" This confident line flips the dynamic, putting you in control. Disregard her initial response. Maintain your frame. "Well, if you're going to keep looking at me, you might as well say hello and tell me your name." "What's your name? Who are you?" Confidence is attractive. It's about how you say things. Self-assuredness and taking the lead are compelling, especially for older men. Authenticity is crucial. Aim for relaxed genuineness, not forceful insincerity. Smile, maintain eye contact, and use open body language. This bold confidence stands out, especially compared to overly reserved older men. It's refreshing and exciting. This strategy elevates interest from women already looking your way. It's a departure from cautious approaches. By confidently framing the interaction as if she's pursuing you, you create a thrilling dynamic. This sets the stage for a genuine connection. Strategy 3. The Suspense Opener. This opener uses suspense to pique curiosity. Approach confidently and say something like, "There's something about you that caught my attention." This vague statement creates mystery. This taps into natural human curiosity. The delivery is crucial, casual yet confident, with a hint of mystery. Silence is key. Pause after your initial statement. This compels her to ask questions. Remain composed during the silence. Build on the intrigue. "You have this unique presence that I don't come across very often. I just had to come over and see what it's all about." Maintain suspense throughout the conversation. Ask open-ended questions. Share personal details gradually. Not everyone responds positively to suspense. Be graceful if she seems uninterested. Practice and adaptability are important. The suspense opener creates anticipation and excitement. Confidence and strategic silence are key. Strategy 4. The Playful Tease. Playful teasing showcases humor and confidence. Balance playfulness with respect. At a sports bar, if she's wearing your team's jersey, say, "I see you're a fellow fan. You've got good taste, but I have to ask, do you think they'll win this season?" This establishes common ground with humor and a light challenge. Confident delivery is vital. Approach relaxed, smiling, and with eye contact. Be mindful of the setting and her reactions. Transition to genuine conversation. "I'm kidding. They've actually been doing pretty well. By the way, how long have you been a fan?" Avoid sensitive topics. Playful teasing breaks the ice memorably. Women appreciate humor and ease. Marcus Aurelius said, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." This highlights the give and take of playful interaction. Strategy 5. The subtle compliment on her style. A genuine compliment on her style is effective. It shows attention to detail and appreciation. In an art gallery, say, "I love how you've put together your outfit. It's very unique and stylish. Do you have a favorite designer or style icon?" This is specific and thoughtful. Authenticity is key. The compliment must be sincere. Notice something truly unique. Approach confidently with a warm smile and eye contact. Time it right. This strategy is simple and effective. It makes her feel good and opens the door for conversation. Marcus Aurelius said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." This suggests appreciating the outward expression of her inner self. Extend this to other aspects of style like accessories or even her workspace decor. "Your earrings are really unique. They look handmade. Do they have a special meaning?" Or, "I love how you've decorated your workspace. It's very creative and inviting. Do you enjoy interior design?" These show attention to detail. Focusing on her style allows her to discuss her passions, fostering comfort and openness. Those were the 5 powerful strategies to start a conversation with women and get things rolling. Found them helpful? Smash that like button and hit subscribe to stay ahead in the game. Now, let's take it up a notch and uncover the ultimate tips to keep your conversations exciting and unforgettable. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. Number 1. Ditch the dull questions. Asking boring, repetitive questions during conversations can be a significant pitfall that many people encounter. When the same inquiries are posed time and again, it can create a sense of monotony that leads to disengagement. For instance, if you continually ask someone about their day or their job without delving deeper, the conversation may quickly lose its spark. This relentless questioning can make the other person feel like they are being interrogated rather than engaged in a meaningful dialogue. To foster genuine connections, it's essential to move beyond surface-level inquiries and explore topics that resonate on a deeper level. Instead of asking, "How was your weekend?" consider transforming that question into something more engaging, like, "What was the highlight of your weekend and why did it stand out to you?" This approach invites the other person to share a more personal experience, encouraging a richer conversation. Additionally, you can build on their responses by asking follow-up questions that show genuine interest, such as, "How did that experience make you feel?" or "What did you learn from it?" These types of questions not only keep the dialogue flowing, but also demonstrate that you value the other person's thoughts and feelings. By focusing on creating engaging dialogues rather than relying on repetitive questions, you can cultivate deeper connections that lead to more fulfilling interactions. Ultimately, the goal is to foster a conversational environment where both parties feel heard and appreciated, paving the way for a more meaningful relationship. Number 2. Statements, engaging topics, and banter. To make conversations more dynamic and enjoyable, it's essential to adopt strategies that foster engagement and connection. One effective approach is to follow up on answers with statements that demonstrate genuine interest. For instance, if someone shares a personal story, responding with, "That sounds incredible. What was the most memorable part of that experience?" not only shows that you're listening, but also encourages them to elaborate further. This technique helps to create a more interactive dialogue, allowing both parties to delve deeper into the conversation. Additionally, steering discussions toward fun or intimate topics can significantly enhance the overall experience. Asking questions about favorite travel destinations, hobbies, or even childhood memories can evoke excitement and nostalgia, making the conversation more enjoyable. For example, you might ask, "If you could travel anywhere in the world right now, where would you go and why?" This invites the other person to share their dreams and aspirations, fostering a deeper connection. Furthermore, incorporating playful banter into your conversations is crucial for keeping the dialogue lively. Light-hearted teasing or humorous exchanges can break the ice and create a relaxed atmosphere. For instance, joking about a shared experience or playfully challenging each other can lead to laughter and a sense of camaraderie. This playful dynamic not only makes the conversation more enjoyable, but also helps to build rapport. By implementing these strategies, showing genuine interest, steering conversations toward engaging topics, and embracing playful banter, you can transform your interactions into memorable experiences that leave both you and your conversation partner feeling connected and entertained. Number 3. Creating a dynamic interaction. Creating a playful dynamic in conversations can significantly enhance the interaction and make it more enjoyable for both parties. One effective method to achieve this is through the concept of qualifying her by using playful disqualification. This technique involves playfully challenging her in a light-hearted manner, which can spark a fun exchange and keep the conversation lively. For example, if she mentions her love for a particular movie, you might respond with a teasing remark like, "Really, what's your favorite? I guess we'll have to see if your taste in movies is as good as your taste in Friends." This playful challenge invites her to defend her choice while also creating a humorous atmosphere. Another way to implement this is by playfully questioning her opinions or preferences. If she claims to be an expert at cooking, you could say, "Oh, so you're the next MasterChef? I'll have to taste your cooking to believe it." This not only adds a playful edge to the conversation, but also encourages her to share more about her culinary skills, leading to a more engaging dialogue. Encouraging viewers to shift from polite small talk to these engaging exchanges is crucial. Instead of sticking to mundane topics like the weather or generic pleasantries, aim for conversations that challenge and intrigue. Ask questions that require thought and invite playful banter, such as, "If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be, and why?" By embracing this playful dynamic, you can create a more vibrant and enjoyable conversational experience that fosters deeper connections. Number 4. Exploring emotional connections through cold reading. Exploring emotional connections in conversations is vital for building meaningful relationships and fostering genuine understanding. One effective way to tap into these emotions is by using cold reading techniques, which involve observing subtle cues in her body language, tone, and expressions to gauge her feelings. For instance, if she seems excited while discussing a recent trip, you might say, "It sounds like that trip really meant a lot to you. What was the most impactful moment?" This approach not only shows that you're attentive, but also encourages her to delve deeper into her emotions, creating a more intimate dialogue. Transitioning from facts to emotional discussions can be achieved by asking open-ended questions that invite her to share her thoughts and feelings. For example, if she mentions a recent achievement at work, instead of simply congratulating her, you could ask, "How did that accomplishment make you feel?" This shifts the focus from the surface-level fact to the emotional significance behind it, allowing for a richer conversation. Additionally, discussing the deeper meanings behind shared experiences can further strengthen emotional connections. If you both enjoy a particular movie or event, you might explore what it meant to each of you personally. Asking questions like, "What did that film resonate with you on a personal level?" can lead to profound insights and shared vulnerabilities. By emphasizing emotional connections in conversations, you create a space where both parties feel valued and understood, paving the way for deeper relationships. Ultimately, these discussions enrich interactions and foster a sense of closeness that is essential for lasting connections. Number 5. Sharing passions and enthusiasm. Passion plays a crucial role in making conversations more interesting and engaging. When individuals share their personal passions, it can ignite lively discussions that captivate both parties. For instance, if someone is passionate about photography, discussing their favorite techniques or recent projects can lead to an exciting exchange of ideas and experiences. By sharing what truly excites them, they invite others to connect on a deeper level, creating a dynamic conversation that goes beyond surface-level small talk. Moreover, enthusiasm can elevate even the most mundane topics into thrilling conversations. Consider a scenario where someone is discussing their daily routine. If they express genuine excitement about a new hobby or a recent discovery, it can transform the conversation entirely. For example, instead of simply talking about a new recipe they tried, they might share the joy of experimenting with flavors and the satisfaction of creating something delicious. This enthusiasm not only makes the conversation more enjoyable, but also encourages the other person to engage and share their own experiences, fostering a more interactive dialogue. It's essential to remember that showing drive and excitement is inherently attractive. When you express passion for your interests, it reflects confidence and authenticity, qualities that draw people in. Viewers should be encouraged to embrace their passions and share them openly in conversations. By doing so, they create an inviting atmosphere that encourages others to reciprocate, leading to more meaningful and memorable interactions. Ultimately, passion is a powerful tool that can transform ordinary conversations into extraordinary connections, making every exchange more vibrant and enjoyable. Number 6. Active listening and improvisation. Identifying and seizing new conversation topics is essential for keeping dialogues engaging and dynamic. One of the most effective ways to do this is through active listening. By truly paying attention to what the other person is saying, you can pick up on conversation threads that may lead to new and interesting topics. For instance, if someone mentions a recent trip, you might catch a detail about a unique experience they had, which can serve as a springboard for further discussion. You could say, "That sounds amazing. What was the most surprising thing you encountered while traveling?" This not only shows that you're engaged, but also opens the door to deeper conversation. Transitioning smoothly between topics is another key skill. For example, if the conversation shifts from travel to food, you might say, "Speaking of your trip, did you try any local dishes that stood out to you?" This technique helps maintain the flow of conversation and keeps it cohesive, making it easier for both parties to stay engaged. Improvisation plays a crucial role in keeping the dialogue flowing. Being adaptable and willing to explore new topics as they arise can lead to unexpected and enriching discussions. If the conversation takes a turn toward a subject you're unfamiliar with, don't hesitate to ask questions or share your thoughts, even if they're limited. This openness can lead to fascinating exchanges and demonstrates your willingness to engage. Ultimately, by honing your active listening skills, transitioning smoothly between topics, and embracing improvisation, you can create a vibrant conversational atmosphere that encourages deeper connections and keeps the dialogue lively. Number 7. Understanding how women communicate. Understanding the differences in communication styles between men and women is crucial for fostering effective and meaningful interactions. One significant distinction is that women often appreciate discussions that delve into emotions and the deeper meanings behind experiences. They tend to value conversations that explore feelings, relationships, and personal insights, which can create a sense of connection and intimacy. For instance, when discussing a challenging day, a woman might appreciate a partner who asks how she felt about the situation, rather than simply focusing on the facts. This emphasis on emotional depth can lead to more fulfilling conversations. To resonate with women, it's essential for viewers to adapt their communication styles accordingly. This means being open to discussing feelings and showing genuine interest in her thoughts and emotions. Instead of steering the conversation toward logical conclusions or problem solving, consider asking questions that invite her to share her feelings, such as, "What did that experience mean to you?" or "How did it make you feel?" This approach not only demonstrates empathy, but also encourages a richer dialogue. Creating positive emotional associations is another vital aspect of effective communication. When conversations are infused with warmth, understanding, and emotional resonance, they foster a sense of safety and trust. This can lead to deeper connections and more meaningful relationships. By recognizing and embracing these differences in communication styles, individuals can enhance their interactions with women, making conversations more engaging and fulfilling. Ultimately, adapting to these nuances not only enriches the dialogue, but also strengthens the emotional bonds that are essential for lasting connections. Tips to make the conversation interesting. First, be genuinely curious about her interests and passions. People love talking about things they care deeply about, so ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more. For instance, if she mentions she enjoys hiking, you might ask, "What's the most memorable hike you've ever been on?" Or, "Do you have any favorite trails around here?" These types of questions show that you're interested in her experiences and opinions, and they open the door for her to share stories and insights. Another effective tactic is to share relatable stories from your own life. When she talks about her interests or experiences, try to find common ground and share a similar story or experience from your past. This creates a sense of connection and helps her see that you have shared interests or experiences. For example, if she mentions traveling, you could say, "I love traveling too. One of my favorite trips was to Italy. Have you ever been there?" This not only keeps the conversation going, but also makes it more personal and engaging. Humor is another powerful tool to keep the conversation interesting. Light, playful teasing, as mentioned in the fourth strategy, can add a fun element to the interaction. However, it's essential to be mindful of the context and her reactions. Avoid making jokes at her expense or touching on sensitive topics. Instead, focus on light-hearted observations or funny anecdotes from your own life. For example, if you're at a coffee shop and she orders a complicated drink, you could say with a smile, "Wow, that's quite the order. I'm impressed, I can barely remember to ask for a regular coffee." This kind of humor shows your playful side and can make the conversation more enjoyable. Active listening is crucial. Show that you're paying attention by nodding, making eye contact, and giving verbal affirmations like, "I see," "That's interesting," or "Tell me more about that." Reflecting back what she says can also be effective. For example, if she talks about a recent project at work, you might say, "It sounds like you're really passionate about your work. What do you enjoy most about it?" This demonstrates that you're engaged and value what she's sharing. Transitioning between topics smoothly can also help maintain the flow of the conversation. When one topic starts to wind down, gently steer the conversation to a related subject. For example, if you've been talking about her favorite books, you might transition to discussing movies by saying, "I love how books can transport you to different worlds. Are you into movies as well? What's the last great film you watched?" This keeps the conversation dynamic and prevents it from hitting a dead end. Compliments, when used sparingly and appropriately, can keep the conversation positive and engaging. Compliment her insights, her sense of humor, or her enthusiasm for a particular topic. For instance, "I love how passionate you are about your hobbies. It's really refreshing to meet someone with such enthusiasm." Compliments like these focus on her personality and interests, rather than just her appearance, and show that you appreciate her as a person. Incorporating some elements of surprise can also make the conversation more interesting. Share an unexpected fact or a surprising story related to the topic at hand. For example, if you're discussing travel, you might share a quirky tradition from a country you visited, like, "Did you know in Spain they have a festival where people literally throw tomatoes at each other? It's called La Tomatina." These little surprises can spark further conversation and keep things lively. Lastly, be mindful of the balance between talking and listening. Aim for a natural back-and-forth exchange rather than dominating the conversation or making it all about yourself. This balance helps build mutual interest and keeps the interaction dynamic. A quote from Epictetus can be a guiding principle here. "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This Stoic wisdom emphasizes the importance of listening in any conversation. By prioritizing her words and responding thoughtfully, you'll create a more engaging and meaningful dialogue. In summary, keeping a conversation interesting involves a mix of genuine curiosity, relatable stories, humor, active listening, smooth transitions, well-placed compliments, surprising elements, and a balanced exchange. With these strategies, you can ensure that your conversations remain engaging and enjoyable, leaving a lasting positive impression. Now that you know how to keep the conversation flowing effortlessly with women, let's take things to the next level. It's not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. High-value men have a unique way of speaking to women that leaves a lasting impression, builds intrigue, and commands respect. Curious to learn their secrets? Don't miss the next topic. How high-value men speak to women. If you're finding this content helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a chance to level up your communication skills. Let's dive in. First, are you a high-value man? Becoming a high-value man is about cultivating traits that set you apart, building strength of character, and embodying qualities that make you more attractive, confident, and resilient. Here are 5 essential traits that define a high-value man, especially for those over 50 who aim to elevate their lives and relationships. Trait 1. He's proactive. A high-value man doesn't sit back and wait for life to happen to him. He sees every day as an opportunity for growth, progress, and impact. He takes initiative in every area of life, whether it's his career, personal life, or hobbies. Rather than waiting for opportunities to come his way, he creates them. Proactivity is the cornerstone of a high-value mindset, as it allows him to remain in control and make purposeful strides toward his goals. High-value men make deliberate choices. Instead of spreading themselves thin, they invest their time and energy in pursuits that align with their personal mission. This intentionality reflects in their lifestyle, routines, and relationships. They steer clear of meaningless distractions and focus on what truly matters, a habit that not only benefits them, but also positively impacts those around them. Besides, he takes action. A high-value man understands that results require action. He doesn't let fear of failure or analysis paralysis slow him down. Rather than spending hours overthinking, he's comfortable making decisions and putting in the necessary work. This action-oriented mindset propels him forward, helping him achieve the success he envisions. Trait 2. He has a purpose. Living with purpose is essential to becoming a high-value man. This purpose acts as his compass, guiding his decisions, relationships, and daily activities. A man without purpose can drift aimlessly, but a man with purpose has a clear direction, a defined goal he works toward. Having purpose not only helps him live a fulfilling life, but also makes him attractive to others, as he becomes a person of ambition and intention. Visualizing the future helps high-value men maintain focus and stay motivated. They create mental pictures of the life they want to lead and work toward making it a reality. Visualization strengthens their resolve, reminding them of their long-term goals even when faced with daily challenges. Translating dreams into concrete goals is a powerful practice. By writing down his aspirations, a high-value man creates a roadmap for success. His goals give him something tangible to work toward, making his journey more structured and purposeful. He keeps himself accountable by regularly reviewing and updating his goals, ensuring that he's on track to reach his destination. Beyond just setting goals, he knows the importance of strategic planning. A high-value man develops step-by-step plans to reach his goals, taking responsibility for his life's direction. This planning extends beyond himself to include those he cares for, as he strives to provide a stable and secure future for his loved ones. Trait 3. He's self-responsible. A high-value man knows that he is responsible for his life and choices. He manages his time, finances, and relationships with care and attention. By taking ownership of his actions, he avoids blaming others for setbacks, focusing instead on how he can improve and move forward. Radical self-responsibility means he's accountable not only to himself, but to those who depend on him. Resources like time and money are precious to a high-value man. He invests them carefully, spending time with people who uplift him, pursuing activities that bring value, and making financial choices that align with his goals. He avoids wasting resources on trivialities, focusing instead on things that truly matter. He wisely invests only in other high-value people. Surrounding himself with like-minded, high-value individuals is essential. He understands the importance of building a supportive network of people who inspire him and share similar values. This doesn't mean he excludes others, but rather that he's mindful about who he lets into his inner circle. Trait 4. He's courageous. Courage is a defining trait of a high-value man. He faces his fears head-on, knowing that growth happens outside the comfort zone. This doesn't mean he's fearless, but rather that he doesn't let fear control him. Courage drives him to try new things, speak his mind, and confront difficult situations. He's willing to leave the comfort zone. Growth often requires stepping into unfamiliar territory, and a high-value man embraces this challenge. He understands that staying within his comfort zone limits his potential, so he continuously pushes himself to explore new experiences, skills, and perspectives. Life isn't always easy, but a high-value man faces challenges with determination. He doesn't shy away from difficult situations. Instead, he meets them with resolve. Whether it's a career setback, relationship issue, or personal struggle, he takes each battle as an opportunity to grow stronger. He doesn't shy away from failure. Failure is a natural part of success, and a high-value man knows this well. He views failures as valuable learning experiences and doesn't let them define him. Rather than dwelling on mistakes, he uses them as fuel to improve, refine his approach, and try again. Trait 5. He obeys a code of behavior. A high-value man lives by a set of principles that guide his actions and decisions. This code of conduct reflects his values and ensures he maintains integrity in everything he does. Whether it's being honest, respectful, or dependable, he holds himself to high standards and never compromises his principles. Striving for excellence is part of a high-value man's mindset. He aims to do his best in all areas of life, from work to personal relationships. This doesn't mean he seeks perfection, but rather that he constantly works to improve and elevate himself, inspiring others along the way. He holds the people around him to higher standards as well. A high-value man influences others by encouraging them to strive for their best. He surrounds himself with people who are also committed to self-improvement and growth, fostering an environment of mutual respect and encouragement. By embodying these 5 traits, a high-value man becomes a force of positive change in his own life and in the lives of those around him. For men over 50, these qualities serve as a roadmap to living with purpose, courage, responsibility, and high standards, ensuring that the best years are still ahead. What do you think? Quick check yourself and evaluate. Do you have the signs of a high-value man? If you rate yourself 4 or 5 points, comment "I am" below the comment. In the next few minutes, I'll reveal how to converse with a woman in a way that leaves her thinking about you long after you've said goodbye. Pay close attention, as this can transform how you connect with women. In the meantime, please give us a like and subscribe if you find this content useful. Thank you. How high-value men should speak to women. Number 1. The importance of first impressions. Research shows that first impressions are formed within just 7 seconds, so it's critical in establishing intrigue and longing. Many men miss this by focusing on impressing women instantly, whether through appearance, flashy stories, or overly charming behavior. High-value men understand that initial conversations aren't about winning her over. They're about creating a subtle, lasting impact. The real secret lies in the way they make a woman feel during this first interaction. High-value men are aware that women are more in tune with emotions than men. They're sensitive to subtle signals, body language, tone, and the energy you emit. So, how you present yourself, even before speaking, plays a significant role in whether she'll think of you later. Consider a typical scenario. Many men aiming to impress will talk about themselves at length, showcase their achievements, or even attempt to appear more interesting through exaggerated stories. But for a high-value man, the goal isn't to sell himself, but rather to create a sense of calm intrigue. Rather than trying to impress, he focuses on simply being, showing up authentically and confidently, with a calm energy that invites curiosity. One way high-value men achieve this is by paying close attention to body language, both their own and that of the woman they're speaking to. Women are naturally attuned to these subtle cues, often reading into a man's demeanor before he even speaks. For instance, a man who fidgets or avoids eye contact might come across as insecure, while a man who holds eye contact, smiles warmly, and moves with purpose exudes quiet confidence. Tone of voice also plays a significant role in establishing that emotional impact. When a man speaks calmly, deliberately, and with a soft yet firm tone, it communicates self-assurance and emotional stability. This type of interaction subtly signals to a woman that he's someone who values both himself and the moment they're sharing. He's not rushing to fill every silence or throwing words around just to impress. This calm confidence helps him stand out, making him memorable because it's refreshing in a world where many try too hard to be noticed. The unspoken language of confidence. Confidence isn't something that can be easily faked. It's rooted in self-assurance and a strong sense of purpose. A high-value man enters any situation knowing he brings something valuable. His posture is upright, his movements measured, and his speech composed. He doesn't rush his words or feel compelled to fill silence with empty chatter. Each word is purposeful, demanding her attention. Speaking slowly with confidence shows her subconscious that he's in control. Confidence isn't about volume or aggression. It's about intention and presence. Women are naturally attracted to men who don't feel the need to prove themselves through every word. Skillful use of silence can be one of your greatest assets. High-value men are comfortable with pauses in conversation. Moments of silence give her a chance to process what's been said, reflect, and absorb. Silence creates a space that she'll want to fill, often encouraging her to continue the conversation. Emotional stability is attractive. Women are instinctively drawn to men who project stability. High-value men display emotional balance by controlling their responses. If she teases or playfully challenges him, he doesn't react defensively or emotionally. Instead, high-value men laugh it off or respond with playful banter. This shows her he's not easily unsettled, which is incredibly appealing. Emotional stability signals an ability to handle stress, an essential trait women subconsciously seek in a partner. Each conversation is a chance for a high-value man to demonstrate emotional maturity, which leaves a strong impression. By being non-reactive, he stands out from the crowd of men who are eager to please or who quickly react defensively. He's calm, self-assured, and above all, confident. Small gestures with big impact. High-value men don't need dramatic gestures to stand out. They know that subtle actions can be more powerful. Something as small as a confident handshake, a warm smile, or steady eye contact can make a profound impact. Women often read body language more deeply than men realize. High-value men convey warmth and control through these small, calculated gestures, maintaining eye contact, listening attentively, and keeping their hands steady. Number 2. The power of mystery. Mystery is an often overlooked aspect of modern dating, especially in a world of constant social media sharing. High-value men understand that revealing too much too soon kills excitement and intrigue. Women are naturally intrigued by what they can't fully understand, which is why a touch of mystery is so effective. The psychology is simple. The unknown captivates us. Our minds seek resolution when something is unclear, which drives curiosity. High-value men capitalize on this. From the start, they share enough to pique interest but withhold just enough to keep her curious. If she asks, "What do you do for work?" he might reply, "It's a bit complex, but I enjoy it." This brief response leaves her with questions, meaning she'll replay the conversation and try to figure him out. She'll want to know more, making her think of him even when he's not there. The art of deliberate ambiguity. The key to mystery is intentionality. High-value men don't dodge questions just to frustrate her. They use ambiguity to keep the conversation alive. It's about sharing enough while leaving some things unsaid. For instance, if she inquires about his hobbies, he might say, "I'm working on a project that's really exciting. I'll tell you about it sometime." This response builds curiosity, leaving her wanting to know more. Strategic use of silence. Another aspect of mystery is knowing when to stay silent. In many interactions, silence can be awkward, but high-value men are comfortable with it. They let the quiet moments build tension. Constantly filling in the gaps doesn't give her time to consider her feelings. High-value men allow pauses after saying something intriguing, creating suspense. Imagine asking a deep question and letting the silence linger. This forces her to think more deeply, creating a sense of intimacy. Playing the long game. Patience is key. Mystery is most effective when combined with patience. High-value men understand that gradual revelation is more powerful than immediate disclosure. By revealing bits of themselves over time, they keep her interested in the long term. This slow reveal builds tension and anticipation, making her miss him when he's absent. Number 3. Making an emotional impact. Words alone don't suffice. What makes high-value men different is their ability to create emotional experiences in every conversation. It's not just about what they say, but how they make her feel. High-value men understand that women respond to emotion. The feeling she gets from the interaction matters far more than the words themselves. High-value men avoid shallow small talk. They may engage briefly to set the tone, but quickly shift to deeper conversations. They ask questions that reveal what she values and what excites her, creating emotional highs and lows that keep her engaged. Asking deep questions. A great way to make an emotional impact is by asking questions that go beyond the surface. Instead of generic questions, they delve deeper, asking things like, "What's something you're passionate about that most people wouldn't know?" Or, "What's the most thrilling thing you've done lately?" These questions create a meaningful dialogue that encourages her to reflect on her own feelings. Using stories to evoke emotion. High-value men use storytelling to build emotional connections. These aren't just casual anecdotes, they're crafted to provoke specific emotions. To spark a sense of adventure, he might share a story about a spontaneous trip. To convey vulnerability, he might discuss a personal challenge he overcame. The key is to make these stories relatable. It's about building connections, not simply impressing her. Creating memorable moments. High-value men leave lasting impressions through well-placed compliments, playful teasing, or shared laughs. For instance, complimenting her with something like, "I love your passion for topic." It's rare to meet someone so enthusiastic is far more meaningful than focusing on physical appearance. Number 4. The power of absence. The power of absence is a psychological tool that high-value men use to create a dynamic of attraction and intrigue, which keeps the woman engaged and often thinking about them long after their time together. This is rooted in what psychologists refer to as the push-pull effect, a social dynamic where moments of closeness are balanced with intervals of distance. High-value men understand that, as with most things in life, too much of anything can lose its impact. By pulling back and giving a woman space after an engaging interaction, they allow her to reflect on her feelings and build anticipation for the next encounter. Picture this. After a fantastic conversation where both sides feel a connection, most men might feel compelled to stay in constant contact, thinking this will build a stronger bond. However, high-value men recognize that stepping back, not abruptly but thoughtfully, gives a woman the space to fully experience her emotions. Rather than bombarding her with texts or immediate follow-ups, they give her the chance to miss them. This is not about manipulation or game playing, it's about fostering genuine interest by letting attraction develop naturally. The psychology here is straightforward. When we are constantly accessible, we lose a bit of our mystique, and, over time, the interaction may feel less thrilling. Studies in social psychology reveal that scarcity often increases perceived value. When high-value men limit their presence, they become a little more elusive, subtly prompting a woman to think, "I wonder what he's doing," or "I hope I see him again soon." This creates a sense of anticipation, drawing her in without him having to constantly reach out. Another effective approach they use is to leave an interaction on a high note. Ending an interaction when the mood is positive ensures she associates her final memory of him with good feelings. Imagine a man who says goodbye right when the laughter is at its peak, or after a shared story that leaves her smiling. She'll be left wanting more, naturally looking forward to seeing him again to continue the experience. It's similar to ending a great novel or movie at just the right point, leaving the audience wanting the next installment. This calculated use of absence is not about manipulation, it's about recognizing that attraction needs room to breathe. High-value men understand that if they're always present, the woman has less opportunity to reflect on her own feelings and miss him. By being thoughtful about when they communicate and when they give space, they allow the connection to grow more organically. This creates a dynamic that, paradoxically, brings her closer to him by letting her feel his absence. In the end, it's about knowing when to be present and when to let her feel the allure of mystery, a balance that keeps the connection intriguing and ever-evolving. Number 5. Re-engaging at the right time. Timing matters. High-value men are strategic about re-engagement after creating distance. Re-engagement, when done thoughtfully, is the art of knowing when and how to reconnect in a way that deepens the connection. High-value men are highly aware of timing and understand that reaching out too soon can feel intrusive, while waiting too long risks allowing the connection to fade. The key here is to re-engage in a way that demonstrates attentiveness and emotional awareness, creating a deeper layer to the relationship rather than a mere continuation of casual chat. Consider a scenario where a high-value man has recently shared a meaningful conversation with a woman. Rather than immediately following up or sending a quick "how's it going" text, he pauses, allowing her to process and anticipate the next interaction. By giving this space, he acknowledges her independence and doesn't overwhelm her with communication, which many find refreshing. But he doesn't let this distance stretch on indefinitely. He senses when she might be ready to reconnect, a skill that comes from emotional intuition and careful observation of her responses. When he does re-engage, he makes it meaningful. High-value men don't just fall back on small talk like, "How was your day?" or "What's new?" Instead, they show they were fully present in the previous conversation by referencing something specific she shared. For instance, if she mentioned a goal she's working on, he might say, "I've been thinking about what you said about your upcoming project. How's that going?" This lets her know he was genuinely interested and invested in her thoughts, which helps deepen the emotional bond. Psychologically, this type of follow-up creates a stronger connection because it shows that he values what she says and sees her as more than just someone to pass the time with. When she sees that he remembers details about her, it fosters a sense of being understood and appreciated. This level of attentiveness sets him apart, as many interactions today are superficial, with minimal attention to depth. Re-engaging at the right time and in the right way sends a powerful message. He's not only interested in her, but also invested in her story. By building on past conversations, he creates continuity, showing that their interactions are part of a growing connection rather than isolated exchanges. This approach cultivates a sense of closeness, making her feel valued and intriguing enough to be remembered and considered thoughtfully. High-value men understand that relationships thrive on meaningful interactions. Each re-engagement isn't about just checking in, but about nurturing a deeper bond. By knowing when to re-enter the conversation and how to do so in a way that builds on the past, they reinforce the connection in a way that is both engaging and emotionally rewarding. This thoughtful timing and intentional re-engagement ensure that each interaction feels purposeful, leaving her eager for more and solidifying his presence in her mind. Conclusion: communication is more than words. High-value men understand that true communication involves creating emotional depth, mystery, and anticipation. They speak in a way that leaves a lasting impact, creating a space for her to miss them. And when they reconnect, they do so thoughtfully, strengthening the bond each time. By mastering these techniques, you'll notice a shift in how women respond. You'll find that you no longer need to chase. Instead, women will be naturally drawn to you, captivated by the mystery, confidence, and emotional impact you convey. High-value men don't chase, they attract. How to become a high-value man? 3 things to do next. The foundation of a high-value man rests upon 12 core traits: purpose, confidence, resilience, self-awareness, discipline, emotional intelligence, social skills, leadership, financial stability, physical health, style, and continuous growth. These qualities aren't acquired overnight. They are cultivated through consistent effort and dedication. While understanding these traits is essential, the journey towards embodying them requires a structured approach. Here's a comprehensive guide to help you navigate this transformative process. 1. Embark on a journey of self-development. The cornerstone of becoming a high-value man lies in dedicated self-improvement. This involves actively and consistently working on cultivating the 12 core traits mentioned earlier. Regardless of your current stage in life, the journey begins where you stand. Identify areas needing improvement and start making small, incremental changes. This might involve enhancing your communication skills, cultivating greater emotional intelligence, or strengthening your financial acumen. The key is consistent progress, not immediate perfection. Resources like 31 Ways to Become a Better Man, Starting Today, offer practical steps and actionable advice to guide your self-development journey. Focus on building a strong foundation by addressing personal weaknesses and maximizing your strengths. This process is not a sprint, but a marathon, demanding patience, perseverance, and a commitment to lifelong learning. Embrace the challenges, celebrate the small victories, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the larger goal. 2. Discover your life's purpose. While self-development is crucial, it needs direction. This is where discovering your purpose comes in. It's about identifying your core values, passions, and what truly motivates you. Asking yourself profound questions about your life's mission and how you want to contribute to the world is essential. This introspection provides direction and infuses your existence with deeper meaning. Without a clear purpose, you risk drifting aimlessly, lacking the motivation and drive to reach your full potential. Determining what you want to achieve, the difference you want to make, and the legacy you wish to leave behind provides a powerful compass guiding your decisions and actions. Resources and guidance are available to assist in this process of self-discovery. Embrace the journey of exploring your passions, values, and aspirations. This process of self-discovery is not always easy, but the rewards are immeasurable, leading to a life filled with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. 3. Cultivate your tribe and invest in your community. The image of the lone wolf might hold appeal, and indeed, periods of solitude and introspection can be valuable for personal growth. However, humans are inherently social creatures, and a truly high-value man recognizes the importance of connection, community, and contributing to something larger than himself. This involves embracing the role of a masculine leader within his social circles and community. It starts with building a strong network of high-value friends, individuals who share similar values and aspirations, who uplift and inspire you to become your best self. This network provides support, encouragement, and accountability. Beyond friendship, cultivating a loving and supportive romantic relationship is equally important. Finding a partner who complements your values and shares your vision for the future is a cornerstone of building a fulfilling life. This involves not just finding a partner, but nurturing the relationship through open communication, mutual respect, and shared experiences. Expanding your tribe to include family deepens your sense of belonging and provides a foundation for future generations. Finally, a high-value man looks beyond his immediate circle and finds ways to contribute to the greater good of his community. This might involve volunteering your time, mentoring others, or using your skills and talents to make a positive impact. This contribution doesn't necessarily require grand gestures. Even small acts of kindness and service can create a ripple effect. This sense of social responsibility and contribution is not just about giving back. It's about recognizing our interconnectedness and the profound impact we can have on the lives of others. It's about leaving the world a better place than we found it. This requires responsibility and sacrifice, but true high-value men understand that giving back to humanity and contributing to a brighter future is an integral part of a meaningful life. They lead by example, inspiring others to do the same and creating a positive impact on the world around them. Conclusion: a lifelong journey of growth and fulfillment. Becoming a high-value man is not a destination, but a continuous journey of learning, growth, and evolution. It's a process of constant refinement, requiring patience, perseverance, and a commitment to excellence. There will be challenges and setbacks along the way, but the rewards are immeasurable. By embracing these 3 key steps, self-development, discovering your purpose, and building your tribe and community, you lay the foundation for a life rich in meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. You will not only reap the personal benefits of increased confidence, resilience, and happiness, but also contribute to creating a better world for yourself and those around you. The journey may be long, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is a high-value life. Stay committed to the process, never give up on your growth, and strive for excellence in all your endeavors. The journey itself becomes the reward, leading to a life of purpose, impact, and enduring fulfillment. Dark psychology, tricks to make any woman love you. Have you ever wondered why some women treat certain men like trash while desperately chasing after others? If you think the answer is only about money or physical appearance, you're mistaken. In reality, there are plenty of handsome guys who can't get a single date and many wealthy men who are just used by women for their money. So, what's the real secret? Today, we're diving into the world of the dark psychology tricks that can make any woman fall deeply in love with you. Are you ready to uncover the secrets that can transform your approach and make you irresistibly attractive? Strap in and prepare to learn how to wield these powerful techniques responsibly and effectively. First, be bold. Boldness is not just a trait but a decisive action, especially when it comes to approaching a woman. By stepping up and taking the initiative, you instantly score points because boldness separates the high-value men from the crowd. Remember, passivity might seem less risky, but it's the bold who capture attention and admiration. Consider this: high-value individuals actively pursue what they want in life. They don't sit back and hope for the best. They seize the moment because fortune, as they say, favors the brave. In the realm of dark psychology, boldness is the ultimate chess move. It plays into the classic allure of the confident individual, turning heads and sparking curiosity. Why? Because boldness cuts through the mundane and says, "I'm worth your time." It's about being the James Bond in a sea of average Joes, cool, collected, and irresistibly confident. Being bold means facing the risks head-on, not shying away from them. Whether it's approaching a woman, expressing your feelings, or standing up for her, bold actions show confidence and determination. Imagine a scenario where you and another man are interested in the same woman. Your hesitation could mean handing her over to him, because while you're contemplating, he might be acting. Pursuing someone is indeed like a battle. The moment you stop fighting for what you want, others are ready to step in and take your place. Women appreciate men who are not only bold in their romantic pursuits, but also proactive in their roles as protectors and providers. Being bold sets a tone for your future interactions. It establishes you as someone who is not only proactive, but also protective and caring. Think of it as the difference between saying, "I might," and "I will." One whispers uncertainty, the other shouts assurance. Which do you think is more appealing? Moreover, being bold is about more than just initial encounters. It extends to taking charge in situations that require protection and care, demonstrating that your boldness is not just for show, but a fundamental part of your character. So, step forward and be bold. It's better to face potential rejection and learn from it than to live with the regret of never having tried. If you take the initiative, you have at least a 50% chance of success. But if you don't try, your chances are 0%. Every failure is a lesson, but missed opportunities are lost forever. Embrace the challenges, and remember, your boldness today could lead to success tomorrow. After all, in the game of love, fortune doesn't just favor the brave, it follows them. Second, attention. Women, known for their perceptiveness, can quickly sense when they are truly being listened to and when they are merely in the presence of someone physically. If you find yourself on a date, the value of giving your undivided attention cannot be overstated. Imagine the scenario. You are out with her, but instead of engaging in the conversation, your eyes are fixed on your phone, or you're distracted by everything else around you. In such moments, despite your physical presence, your attention, or the lack of it, speaks volumes, and unfortunately, you're silently losing points with her. Consider this. If she has agreed to spend time with you, it means you have sparked her interest. She has chosen to give you a chance to know her better and vice versa. However, treating this opportunity nonchalantly by not paying attention to her can be a grave mistake. Such behavior might leave her feeling undervalued and puzzled about your intentions. Remember, in a world where many men might vie for her attention, being the one who genuinely focuses on her can make you stand out. It's not just about being physically present, it's about being mentally and emotionally engaged as well. Notice the details. Is she enjoying her drink? Does the setting seem to suit her mood? Is she comfortable? These observations can guide your interactions and show that you care about her experience and comfort. Attentiveness also involves recognizing and responding to her verbal and nonverbal cues, which are essential for building emotional connectivity. Every gesture of genuine attention helps in deepening the bond and elevating your desirability in her eyes. It's true, sometimes playing a bit aloof might seem like a good strategy to attract women who are intrigued by a mysterious persona. However, this approach can be a double-edged sword. While a slight detachment can pique her curiosity, overplaying this tactic can backfire dramatically. If your demeanor strays too far into indifference, it could signal to her that you are not serious about your intentions, leading her to disconnect and move away from your advances. Therefore, while it's important to maintain a balance, the safest and most effective bet in winning her affection is through showing genuine and attentive interest. Don't underestimate the power of being present. It's a profound gesture of respect and admiration. Women, like all people, deeply appreciate when someone makes them feel like they are the priority. So, next time you're with her, put the phone away, tune into the conversation, and let your undivided attention communicate what words cannot. After all, everyone wants to feel special, and giving someone your full attention is a simple yet powerful way to make them feel just that. Third, subtlety. In the realm of attraction and romantic gestures, subtlety can often speak louder than the most grandiose declarations of affection. It's an art form in itself, knowing how to make someone feel cared for without overt or showy actions. Most women, regardless of the myriad standards they might set for a potential partner, are likely to be drawn towards a man who embodies subtlety and attentiveness in his approach. Subtlety in this context means anticipating her needs and desires without being asked to do so. It's the quiet observance that leads you to offer your jacket when she's cold, or choosing to walk on the outer side of the sidewalk to protect her from traffic. It's about noticing the small things, what makes her smile, what kind of coffee she prefers, or even if she's more comfortable in a quieter corner of a cafe rather than the bustling centre. These actions might seem minor, but they are profound in their impact. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This mindset of mindfulness and consideration in the little things can significantly enrich a relationship. The truth is, women, and indeed most people, appreciate being cared for and noticed. It makes them feel valued and important. When you pay attention to every little detail about her, not only are you demonstrating your interest and affection, but you're also showing that you value her happiness and comfort as much as your own. This doesn't require grand gestures. It's about being present and responsive in everyday moments. This subtle approach to romance and care doesn't go unnoticed. It builds a deep emotional connection, as it shows that your attentiveness isn't just superficial. Rather, it's woven into the very fabric of how you interact with her, signaling that you're in tune with her feelings and needs. Such subtlety in showing affection and care can often lead to a stronger, more resilient bond. Moreover, this sensitivity and mindfulness tend to make a man more appealing, because it suggests a depth of character and emotional intelligence that goes beyond mere surface-level interactions. It shows that you're not merely with her, you're truly with her, mindful, present, and connected. So remember, in the landscape of relationships, sometimes the quietest actions can indeed be the most impactful. Pay attention, be subtle, and let your genuine care for her be the foundation of how you express your affection. Fourth, fearless. Attractiveness isn't just about appearance, it's equally about the spirit one embodies. A fearless spirit, in particular, is an incredibly compelling attribute that can significantly heighten a man's allure in the eyes of women. Fearlessness in this context transcends the conventional bravado of heroic acts or daring feats. It's about embodying courage in everyday interactions and decisions. Being fearless means having the courage to be yourself, to express your thoughts, feelings, and desires openly and honestly. It involves dismissing the crippling thoughts of potential rejection like, "I'm afraid she won't like that," or "I'm afraid I'll fail." It's about understanding that fear of rejection or failure is a natural part of life, but allowing it to dictate your actions only leads to missed opportunities and regrets. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." This philosophy should be at the core of your approach to dating and relationships. If you don't try, how will you ever know if something could have been a great idea? Embracing a fearless mindset involves recognizing your self-worth and being confident in your ability to be attractive to others. It means seeing women not as unattainable ideals, but as equals, deserving of respect and genuine interaction. This perspective shifts how you approach dating and relationships from a game of conquest to one of mutual respect and admiration. High-value men who embody this fearless attitude understand that their worth isn't diminished by someone else's inability to see it. Their confidence allows them to remain calm and relaxed in social situations, including those involving women they are attracted to. This calmness is inherently appealing because it signifies control and assurance, traits that are often linked with leadership and stability. Moreover, a fearless man is likely to take initiative, communicate openly, and step out of his comfort zone to try new things. These behaviors show a willingness to lead, to be vulnerable, and to make decisions, qualities that can foster a deep connection and attract respect and admiration from women. In conclusion, fearlessness isn't about the absence of fear, but the mastery over it. It's about being proactive, taking responsibility for your actions, and engaging in life with vigor and assurance. By cultivating a fearless approach to life and love, you not only increase your attractiveness, but also set the stage for more genuine and fulfilling relationships. Remember, the only thing standing between you and your desires is often just the courage to try. Fifth, stop rewarding bad behavior. In the dynamic world of relationships, understanding when to step back is as crucial as knowing when to step forward. One of the subtle yet powerful ways a man can maintain his dignity and appeal is by not rewarding bad behavior. This means not encouraging or supporting actions that lead to arguments or conflicts. Often, the impulse might be to engage in arguments with the hope of resolving issues or proving a point. However, in relationships, especially with women, trying to win an argument can sometimes mean losing much more, potentially even the relationship itself. High-value men recognize the importance of choosing their battles wisely. They understand that not every disagreement demands a confrontation, and that trivial conflicts are distractions that chip away at the relationship's foundation. If you find yourself repeatedly caught in unreasonable arguments, it's a significant sign of disrespect and a lack of appreciation from the other party. Engaging in these conflicts can often escalate into a cycle of negativity that does little to foster a healthy relationship. When faced with such behavior, it's advisable to maintain your composure and set clear boundaries. By limiting the usual attention and care you provide in response to negative actions, you communicate a powerful message. Disrespectful behavior will not be tolerated and will have consequences. This approach is not about being punitive, but about respecting yourself and insisting on a mutual respect in any relationship. In these moments, avoid becoming overly emotional or reacting too strongly. An overreaction can often be perceived as a sign of weakness, and as Epictetus wisely pointed out, any person capable of angering you becomes your master. Women, and indeed all individuals, are generally not attracted to perceived weakness, especially if it manifests through loss of control over one's emotions. Therefore, demonstrating the ability to stay calm, composed, and decisive in dealing with unreasonable behavior not only preserves your self-respect, but also increases your attractiveness. It shows that you are someone who cannot be easily manipulated or provoked. This strength of character is a significant draw, as it assures a potential partner of your capacity to handle bigger challenges and conflicts that may arise in life. By stopping the reward of bad behavior, you reinforce your standards and expectations in a relationship. You signal that while you are committed and caring, your respect and affection are not unconditional. They must be reciprocated with respect and reasonable behavior. This balance of give and take is essential for any healthy, mature relationship. Sixth, don't change your plan for her. There's a common misconception that to win a woman's heart, a man must always be at her beck and call, ready to drop everything at a moment's notice. This approach, however, often backfires, leading to a decrease in perceived value rather than the intended increase. The truth is, constantly being available can make you seem overly eager and undiscriminating, qualities that can diminish your attractiveness. High-value men recognize the importance of maintaining their plans and commitments. They understand that true respect and attraction arise from mutual appreciation and effort, not from one-sided availability. If you're always ready to alter your plans for her, it might initially seem like a grand gesture of affection, but it subtly communicates that you do not value your own time or commitments. This behavior can lead her to wonder if she might one day be on the receiving end of such fickleness. Furthermore, constantly changing your plans can convey a lack of personal priorities and a life that revolves solely around romantic pursuits. This perception can make you appear less intriguing and dynamic. Instead, men who manage their time effectively, balancing work, hobbies, friendships, and personal goals, naturally exude confidence and self-respect. These are traits that are universally attractive and respected. Rather than always being available, it is more beneficial to convey that your time is valuable. For instance, instead of saying, "I'm free whenever you want," a more attractive approach would be, "I'm quite busy, but I'll try to find time to meet you." This response not only heightens your appeal, but also sets a healthy boundary that communicates your worth. It shows that while you are interested, you are not willing to compromise your other responsibilities and commitments, a sign of a well-rounded and disciplined individual. Remember, the most attractive quality is not mere presence, but the presence of purpose. When she realizes that your time is valuable and not easily surrendered, she will likely increase her respect and effort towards you. It's crucial to remember that time is a finite resource, and how you use it can define how you are perceived. Don't make yourself so readily available. Instead, make it clear that if she wants to be a part of your life, she needs to respect your time. After all, as Seneca wisely advised, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Living in accordance with this wisdom not only enhances how you are viewed by others, but also how you value yourself. Seventh, prioritize but don't spoil. In the landscape of relationships, finding the balance between making your partner feel cherished and avoiding overindulgence is crucial. Prioritizing your woman, ensuring she feels valued and important, is essential. However, elevating her needs does not mean you should spoil her or acquiesce to every demand. True respect and a healthy relationship come from balance, not blind compliance. Prioritizing means giving her the attention and respect she deserves, recognizing her importance in your life, and making decisions that reflect both your values and hers. It's about showing that you care deeply for her happiness and well-being. However, it's equally important to maintain your own perspective and stand firm when necessary. Agreeing with everything she says or wants, without consideration for your own beliefs or the situation's reality, can lead to a dynamic where respect diminishes over time. Saying no is a natural and healthy part of any relationship. It is unrealistic and unfeasible to agree on everything all the time. By judiciously choosing when to agree and when to express a differing opinion, you demonstrate that you are not just a yes man but someone who thinks critically and values fairness and integrity in a relationship. This approach not only fosters respect, but also builds a foundation of trust. Your partner will know that when you say yes, it's genuine, and when you say no, it's with good reason. Moreover, relationships built on mutual understanding and respect are more likely to endure. When both partners appreciate that their views are considered and valued, it creates a healthier, more sustainable bond. It's important to remember that spoiling someone, often done with the best intentions, can inadvertently create expectations that are detached from reality, potentially fostering dependency and resentment. Thus, strive to create a relationship dynamic where both individuals feel equally important, where decisions are made together, and where each person respects the other's boundaries and opinions. As Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This quote embodies the essence of prioritizing with care and love, without losing oneself in the process. Remember, a strong relationship is not about having power over each other, but about moving forward together, with equal respect for each other's individuality and needs. 8th, busy with the power of purpose. A high-value man is not just defined by what he refuses, but significantly by what he pursues. He is a man with grand goals and a determination that fuels his every action. Such a man is deeply focused and driven, dedicating himself to meaningful pursuits rather than frivolous flirtations or superficial relationships. He invests his energy in building a substantial and commendable life, not because he seeks approval, but because he holds himself to a high standard. He doesn't passively wait for opportunities, he actively creates them. A high-value man is proactive and efficient. He stands out because his life is a testament to his values and ambitions. His days are spent engaging in activities that enhance not only his career prospects but also his personal growth. Whether it's finding a fulfilling job, maintaining a rigorous fitness routine, or nurturing his mental and emotional health, he understands that these elements are crucial to crafting a life of significance. Visualize this metaphor. In the romantic realm, conquering a woman's heart is akin to a battle, and just as in any battle, you need the right arsenal. Your strength, symbolized here as your weapon of charm, is complemented by a rich, purpose-driven life, a healthy physique, and an appealing presence. These attributes are not just accessories, but essential tools that enhance your intrinsic value and appeal. Our channel continuously offers strategies and insights into enhancing your attractiveness and appeal. These resources are here to serve as your guide in refining your arsenal, helping you to not only look better on the outside but also become stronger and more fulfilled on the inside. Feel free to explore and draw inspiration from our content. Remember, the journey to becoming a high-value man is continuous, and every step you take in developing yourself adds to your allure and magnetism. It's not merely about attracting others, but about becoming a man who commands respect and admiration through his actions and presence. Be the man who is as ambitious about his personal development as he is about any other goal. After all, as Seneca said, it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Let your wealth be measured not by the transient possessions you accumulate, but by the depth of purpose that drives your every day. 9th, independence. Independence is not just a lifestyle, it's a powerful trait that defines a man's character, especially in the context of relationships. It's a concept deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy, which advocates for a life of self-sufficiency and personal accountability. But why is independence so crucial in a relationship? In the relationship dynamic, independence doesn't imply going through life alone or not needing anyone. Rather, it signifies that each individual has their own life, dreams, and the dedication to pursue those dreams. A truly strong relationship isn't about constant togetherness, incessant indulgence in each other's preferences, or morphing oneself to fit into the other's mold. It's about mutual acceptance and support, where both partners can say, "I respect and love you even though we may cherish different things." High-value men exemplify this independence. They aren't afraid of solitude. They embrace it as a precious opportunity for introspection and personal growth. These men recognize that their self-worth is not contingent upon their relationship status. They don't seek validation through a partner, but find it within themselves. This complete sense of self cultivates a profound confidence that is incredibly attractive. Such men understand the distinction between wanting and needing a partner. While they value and enjoy companionship, they seek a partner who complements their life rather than completes it. This perspective is vital because it prevents dependency, which can often lead to resentment and a loss of identity within relationships. Women are generally attracted to men who show they have their own lives and ambitions. They respect a partner who does not try to control them, but rather encourages their independence. This kind of relationship dynamic promises a healthier, more sustainable connection where both individuals can grow, both as a couple and independently. In essence, independence in a relationship means supporting each other's individuality while building a shared life. It's about knowing that you are whole by yourself, and anything your partner adds is a bonus, not a necessity. This independence is not just attractive, it's crucial for the longevity and health of any relationship. By fostering such independence, both partners can ensure that their future together is as fulfilling and robust as their individual pursuits. 10th, directness and precision. Directness and precision in communication are not merely beneficial traits, they are essential for anyone striving to be perceived as confident and trustworthy. In the context of dating and relationships, honesty and straightforwardness are qualities that are highly prized. Women, in particular, appreciate a man who communicates openly and clearly. This preference isn't exclusive to romantic interests. Clear communication is a universally valued attribute across all types of interactions. High-value men recognize the significance of being forthright in their communications with women. They steer clear of ambiguity and ensure their intentions are clear, avoiding the common pitfall of being relegated to the just friends category. This directness extends to all forms of communication, including digital interactions. For instance, overusing emojis or indulging in overly flowery language can often obscure true intentions and emotions, making texts seem insincere or frivolous. Moreover, women tend to be put off by men who beat around the bush. Talking in circles or failing to get to the point not only shows a lack of decisiveness, but can also be a major turn-off. It suggests a hesitation to take a stand or a lack of confidence in one's thoughts and feelings. This can lead to frustration and a lack of respect, as indirectness can be perceived as a lack of honesty or even manipulation. Being yourself is vital, but it's equally important to project confidence through your communication. A high-value man knows the power of being concise and precise. He understands that his words carry weight and that effective communication is about quality, not quantity. In practice, this means focusing conversations on meaningful topics and avoiding trivial chatter. Leave idle banter to those who lack depth. Always remember, it's better to face rejection and move on than to waste time struggling with a woman who doesn't value you. When a woman tries to play games with a high-value man, she will either be ignored or ghosted. This sends a clear message that she needs to be on her best behavior around him and signals that he can replace her if necessary. In this video, we explored several key points that emphasize the importance of engaging conversations to avoid those dreaded awkward silences. We discussed how maintaining a lively dialogue is essential for building connections and fostering meaningful relationships. By employing strategies such as active listening, playful teasing, and transitioning smoothly between topics, you can create an inviting atmosphere that encourages open communication. We also highlighted the significance of exploring emotional connections and adapting your communication style to resonate with women, as this can lead to deeper and more fulfilling interactions. We encourage viewers to practice the strategies shared throughout the video. Whether it's asking open-ended questions, sharing personal passions, or embracing improvisation, these techniques can significantly enhance your conversational skills. Remember, the more you engage with these methods, the more natural they will become, allowing you to navigate conversations with confidence and ease. If you found this content valuable, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more insights and tips on improving your communication skills. Don't forget to like and share this video with friends who might also benefit from these strategies. Together, we can create a community focused on fostering better interactions and deeper connections. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video, where we'll continue to explore the art of conversation and how to make every interaction count.